So, guys, here we are. MMA UK News, Stoomboy as always. So, talking about Cage Warriors 171, the return to Scotland. It's going to be at the Braehead Arena, April the 20th. Now, ticket availability, there's no tickets on public sale at all. I believe the only place you can get tickets is directly through the links that the fighters post. Okay, so you won't be able to get any tickets directly from Cage Warriors or anything like that. It needs to go through the fighters themselves. So fighters are all putting up links, so make sure you do hit up that link just to get your ticket. It's an event you do not want to miss. As it's the return to Scotland, and the buzz around this card is unbelievable. And we're going to be in for an absolute treat because, I mean, we've got, and I said this the other day, we've got some old school fighters, we've got some new school fighters, and they're all going to come together and put on an absolute show for everybody that's coming to see. As Thomas said just before we came on here, it's Scotland versus the world. So we're definitely going to take on the world. We're going to do absolutely brilliant. As I said, I don't believe that we're not going to do brilliant. We're going to fucking come away. Everybody's coming away with a W on the 20th. So my next guest then is going to be on the show that night. It's going to be Thomas Hepburn, Rick Young Academy. Now, I'm fortunate I get to see Thomas in a grappling sense and all that kind of stuff. So, absolute great grappler. Great to watch in regards to grappling. And obviously seen him over the years, MMA fights as well, both amateur and pro. So, it's going to be brilliant to see Thomas on the card, representing old school, representing the older guys. So, Thomas, listen, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me.
Cheers, bro. Aye, old school. I don't know, like the switch happened at some point where I wasn't new anymore.
That's the thing. I mean, you've been in the game for a while. As I said, we talked about this. I mean, the first recorded MMA fight, amateur fight, was 11 years ago. So 2013. And you've taken on, as I said, when you look at the list, it's a list of the who's who. As I said, there's a lot of big names on that. Past and present. So, but that's the thing. I mean, you've never been afraid to get in there against whoever it is they put in front of you.
Well, I've always been afraid to get over. But like, you still gotta go.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good to see you on the card because, as I said, I talked a lot about the old school and new school stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I like it because there's a lot of experience with the guys that have been in the game for a while. And obviously the guys that are kind of not new, right, but maybe been in a few years and they're on the card, they're going to be able to pull from that experience as well from yourself and the guys that have been in the game for a while.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's nice watching the younger guys, watching like the striking is so much sharper because it's so specialized now. Whereas like I remember when we fought, everybody was like run in just to then clinch for a boring matches half the time. But the guys today like to strike, they like to box, they like to mix it up. They don't seem as focused on their sort of jiu-jitsu and grappling, which is quite interesting. But it's because they're also good at standing up again and gaming the system. So it's really interesting watching the new guys fight. Brilliant.
Us older guys, we just like a cuddle. That's all it is, Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, again, massive card. Cage Warriors 171. The return to Scotland. We remember the last Scotland card. It didn't really have the same kind of hype that this one has. Do you know what I mean? So I think that was the reason. Obviously, they've been away and they've not come back for a while. But then now they've come back with this card, and this is we're going to see a who's who of the Scottish MMA scene. So it's going to be brilliant. So this is definitely the right time. As you said, it's the right time. It's the right time to have a card like this.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, I remember the last one was like, was it 2015 or something like that? 14?
2015, I think, yeah.
And they're like, nah, we're not coming back. And I think like we begged them for like every time Facebook, where are we going next? We're going next. Coming to fucking Scotland. And so we got what we wanted, and now it's our job, just as fans and fighters, to fucking fill that arena up to the brim, so that like we can get another card and another card and another card, because we're only 3 hours away, 4 hours away. I mean, so it'd be good to get them back for another show after this. But I can't wait.
Yeah. I've been saying it. I mean, I said it. I mean, they were waiting on I think they were waiting on the right time and the right people, right? And now, I mean, Scottish MMA scene, I mean, as you've been around for a while, right? So you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly over the last kind of 11 plus years. So, but this generation of fighters that are coming through, that are around at the moment, that are out there, I mean, I've never seen a generation of fighters as good as they are at this very moment in time.
Yeah, and that's always going to be true. In 10 years, the current generation will always be the best generation. But I really like watching how people are starting to like cut down like the less efficient into the more efficient, and watching how like it properly games out. Like there's just the stuff that you just need to know is essential. It's not sometimes not taught in some old school jiu-jitsu, for instance, and then you got some of the places that are like they don't do any of the don't do the old school stuff as well, obviously. Oh, you're gone.
I'm sitting in the car at the moment. Let me see. Sorry, you hear me now? So apologies for that. So I'm currently sitting in the car, and do you know what? It's quite a good day. It's like 18 degrees at the moment, and my phone's overheated. So apologies for that. So let's talk about you then, training wise. So obviously, again, representing Rick Young Academy. We know obviously Rick Young, the godfather of Scottish martial arts. So tell us about your training. I mean, you mentioned you've been training a couple of different places.
Aye. So I'm doing a lot of Ricks. I'm doing a lot of jiu-jitsu, especially. Really enjoying my rounds there. I've got some brilliant guys I'm rolling with. I roll a lot with a guy called Christian Slater. Christian, he won the Euros, won the Worlds, or something. He won the Euros at purple belt. And I think he's won a couple of other bigger events. So like his rounds are horrible. All the black belts are a nightmare, and the guys, even just the brown belts that I'm rolling with are there's no easy runs. So I'm really enjoying that, and then I'm at Hanneman a lot right now. I'm doing a lot with them. They've just had their fighters yesterday. They had a big show at the Jam House. Not the Jam House, the Portobello, but it's still called the Jam. And they had a lot of their fighters doing well. So I'm happy to sort of go and do a lot of their stuff, because I really enjoy the Thai, and I really enjoy the instruction there. And then I'm going through on Sundays to teach at jiu-jitsu at New Life, and David Galbraith's helping me out a lot with a lot of my sort of cage wrestling stuff. And I've been to Food Dog a couple of times. I'm trying to get through. Transport's quite difficult right now for me, unfortunately, because I'll try to get Food Dog, and I'm trying to get to higher level. I've only been like one Monday. I've been wanting to go more, but like I say, it's a bit awkward without a car. I'm training at like a myriad of different gyms, and it's nice as well, because like I like mixing styles for the art of it, not so much for the meta. I was talking about like the meta of like new school fighters, how they just break down the absolutely necessary, and I'm not really like that. I like. I mean, I do respect the fuck out of it, and I do like learning it, but also I like learning things in the context of which they're given, and then applying that to the sport that I'm doing instead. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. To me, it makes 100% sense. So, and a lot of people. So, we just got again comments coming in. You mentioned about training Paulo Ferreira. Just saying, go get him, Thomas.
Hey.
So yeah. What do you know about your opponent? Do you know much at all?
I've been looked up. He's I don't know. He's from Indonesia, isn't it?
Indonesia, yeah.
So far as I can tell, he's from San Diego MMA Fight Academy or something like that. And but I think it's like a no, I don't know what the word you would put, not apprenticeship, but like it's a, you know, like living student, professional full time. But I think he started recently.
Yeah.
And he's amassed himself like 3 strong wins already.
I think he's had a couple of submission wins and a decision. I think he had a decision win.
Well, the key thing in his last one was a knockout.
Yeah.
Aye.
In fact, would have been, yeah, sorry. One submission, his first one, I think his first fight was a submission win, second fight was a decision, and then obviously a knockout. So he's obviously got some stuff. Couple of years, he's been a pro for a couple of years. Obviously, again, not been in the game that long. But it's that thing, do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's going to come in young and hungry, whereas obviously you, I mean, very, very experienced. I mean, you've been in there, do you know what I mean? You've been in there against young and hungry guys, and you've beat them before. So this one's hopefully going to be no different.
Well, hopefully. I'm looking at him, and like it looks like it's going to be, if nothing else. I mean, every match is a hard match. I think that I'll probably have a distinct advantage in jiu-jitsu. That's just the nature of hours in. But everywhere else, when it comes to striking, everybody's good at striking within a year. Everybody can throw hands. So like, I'm not going to underestimate that for sure. And I also don't want to underestimate his ability to just not get taken down in the first place. So I think that like, I have a fucking immense ego where like, I just want to beat people at the thing that they're good at. But hopefully common sense hits me before he does, and I'm trying to shoot shots.
One thing as well that's important, I mean, I've been talking about this on every video, that sponsors. I mean, as a fighter, it's very, very important to have sponsors that come in, and I mean, it helps a lot. I mean, it helps with medical costs, it helps with travel costs. Do you know what I mean? Even if we get like Arnold Clark, if you're watching, come and sponsor Thomas to give him a car. You can travel about all these different places. Do you know what I mean?
I think what I'd love is like sponsors are great. There's that sort of thing where like you sort of don't like having to ask. You want to be courted. But my plan is, even if I get no sponsors, I'm gonna fucking have the biggest, most viral, like, submission, knockout, whatever. And then if I've got no sponsors, I've got nobody to shout out, and that's fine by me. It just means that when there's 50,000 views on the fucking thing and your name's not there, it's not my fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But anybody looking to sponsor Thomas, I mean, he's on social media. As I said, he's very, very approachable. As your Facebook, Thomas Hepburn. You'll definitely be able to get the details there. You on Instagram, Thomas?
I'm at Always the Underdog. Right. Ironically.
So obviously Instagram as well. Definitely hit him up. Absolutely love Thomas's style. As I say, the grappling. Do you know what I mean? I'm a grappler, so I absolutely love anybody that comes in, does some jiu-jitsu and MMA fights. So hopefully we're going to see a lot of jiu-jitsu. Or maybe not too much. Hopefully it's going to be takedown, submission.
I think that like when we're just talking about the meta of like fighting, I think the thing that I like is I like having something unique, and so like we've done a lot of CSW at the gym, and a lot of that stuff is like catch wrestling, and I would love to be able to exhibition some of that if I get the chance. Which is like, it's not that it's different, but the submissions are more unorthodox and things you might not expect. I would love to catch something along those lines, especially because MMA actually is one of the only things that I can do all those submissions that I like doing, and not having to worry about like getting DQ'd. Like even like we go to the ADCC, there's a couple of things that we can't do, and it just always sits in the back of your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now we're going to see some magic. We're going to see some magic April the 20th. So, Thomas, anybody you want to shout out to? Any friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Oh, all the gyms I'm training at. So Rick Young's Bottomleaf Walk. Everybody's welcome. Hanneman Muay Thai. The guys at Food Dog. Love you all. New Life Gym. I'm teaching there on Sundays. Come and learn off me. James Doolan's also been very helpful. He's given me loads of advice over the last couple of weeks. Even though I've not been out to higher level, I'm still pestering him on Facebook all the time, asking him stuff. And shout out to wife Z. We're going through Ramadan, as you can tell. So fasting just now. She's having a hard time because I'm not fasting today, and she is. But I'll be back on it tomorrow. It's been mad.
Yeah. Nah, listen, fair play to you, fair play. So guys, there we go then. Thomas Hepburn, Rick Young Academy, as he's going to be heading to Cage Warriors 171. That's on April the 20th at the Braehead Arena. Now, anybody looking to get tickets, as I mentioned, there's none on public sale at all. The only place you can get them is directly through the links that the fighters put up. So make sure you head over to your chosen fighter, get the tickets directly through their link. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing night. It's going to be a fucking unbelievable night of action. I mean, we're talking the best of the best coming out of Scotland at the moment. So, and they're all going to be on display on fucking April the 20th. So I cannot wait. Who are you looking forward to seeing, Thomas?
Bungard, obviously. Sean Clancy, I don't think I've seen him fight in person. Or no in years. Aidan Stephen, always. Reece McEwen, I'm looking forward to him. I want to see what he does after that last performance. There'll be a fire like nothing else for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to seeing all the Scottish guys really put on a show. It's gonna be like I know for a fact like there's not going to be like a single seat that's no packed, a single seat no sat in, so like it's going to be, the volume's going to be unbelievable, and so I'm looking forward to that because every time there's a big show, it just kind of shuts up, so I'm looking forward to seeing that again. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a magic night. So guys, definitely do not miss it. This is going to be an unbelievable night. It's going to be on UFC Fight Pass as well, so for those who don't get tickets, you are still going to be able to watch it on UFC Fight Pass. So definitely do not miss this. But Thomas, thank you very much, brother, for taking the time to speak to me.
Cheers, Mush. Have yourself a nice day. Nice to see you soon.
Yeah, you enjoy the rest of your training. And listen, I'll see you on April 20th.
I can't wait, brother. I can't wait.
All right, take it easy, bro.
Love it.